Chapter 9. Does this school have a baseball team? I ask 3 kids on the bus and get 3 answers. Yes, no, maybe. Does this school have a football team? Well, yeah. A basketball team? Of course. Track? Soccer? Sure. So what's with baseball? Kids shrug, except for a guy named Logo Larson. The school bus drives past the hornet's nest. Logo points out the window. If you don't win here, nothing else matters. You mean the middle school team didn't win? I ask. We won. He rubs his elbow and stares out the window. I say, I don't understand. He shrugs and keeps looking out the window. The bus pulls around the middle school baseball diamond. The field doesn't look like it's been used much. The grass is overgrown, the pitcher's mound is a mess. I see Franny and a few girls running laps. Franny's in the lead, running fast and easy. The bus pulls up to the middle school entrance. Mr. Hazard is in front, saying good morning. He gives me a wave. How's it going, Jeremiah? I smile and walk over. Good, sir. I have another question. Shoot, he says. What's a somewhat baseball team, I ask. His smile cracks a little. You know, that's a good question, but unfortunately it would take too long to bring you up to speed. You're not thinking of playing, right? Right, I tell him. Next year, hopefully, he says. I won't be here next year, I tell him. Of course. He pats me on the back. Does this school have a baseball team? I asked Ms. Molnar, the science teacher. Well, I don't think they do it, Jeremiah. This is my first year teaching. They used to have one, and something happened. Logo, the kid from the bus, says, the coach got fired, and takes his seat. I sit next to him. Why did they fire him? He pushed too hard. I whisper, what do you mean? Nobody wanted to play for him anymore, he says. Ms. Molnar is standing by her desk. Today, she says, we're going to be talking about huge, small things, molecules. How can we explain something so infinitesimal? No kids raise their hand. Anybody hungry? She asks. A few hands go up. Ms. Molnar holds a sandwich. Salami, cheese, turkey, ham on a roll. What happens when I cut it? She cuts it once, then again and again until the parts are so small they fall apart. I raise my hand. You can't call it a sandwich anymore. That's right. She cuts it some more and holds up a crumb of bread. A molecule is the smallest particle of a substance that still retains the properties of the substance, and the things molecules are made up of are called atoms. A tall, skinny boy says, You ruined the sandwich. All in the name of science, she explains. This is so much better than the 3-paragraph essay, but not nearly as important as baseball. I'm sitting on the bleachers by the middle school baseball diamond watching 4 guys play catch. They're actually pretty good. 2 of them were in my science class. The tall, skinny guy has a good arm, throwing fast to the shortest guy who jumps up to catch it and doesn't miss. He turns around fast and throws it to another kid, who scoops it up and shouts, Wake up, Lopez! And throws it long to the 4th guy who says, I'm awake, Terrell, and blasts it back. The good news, these guys have accuracy and hustle. 2 big pluses in serious baseball. The not so good news, there are only 4 of them. You need 9 players for a team, plus a few extra. A toss high and away. The first guy runs, catches the ball, and tosses it fast to the second guy. I'm waiting for the rest of the somewhat kind of team. Franny shows up holding the hand of a younger boy with curly, dark hair who looks at the sky and smiles, then looks at the guys playing catch and smiles. This kid is just happy to be here. Hey, Benny man, the tall guy says. What do you know? Benny holds up his glove. Excellent, man. The tall guy throws a sizzler to the short kid who leaps to catch it. Great catch, Benny shouts, and he throws his glove in the air, tries to catch it, but doesn't come close. Benny is on his knees now, looking at something on the ground. Franny says, You want your snack, Benny? I want my snack, Benny. He giggles and walks over. She takes out a lunchbox and opens it. Your mom was out of oranges today, so she gave you apples, okay? Benny's face changes. He shakes his head no. They're good apples, my favorite, she tells him. Benny throws down his glove. Only oranges, only oranges. I understand, Benny. We'll get them later. He shakes his head again really hard. He looks like he might start crying. I stand up and say, I've got an orange. I walk over, take the orange out of my book bag, and give it to the kid. Franny smiles. Benny, this is Jeremiah, our new neighbor. I stick out my hand and shake Benny's. He puts both his hands behind him. Benny, that's not polite. Jeremiah is our new friend. He lives on our street and gave you his orange. He gave you a present. Benny is hunched over now, trying to get the skin off the orange. I'll show you a secret of how to do that. I hold out my hand. I need your orange just for a second. I'll give it back.